Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. General West.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. First down, a run with Cohen. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And Sanders now to return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now he'll tuck it and run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Gets past one man and out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
3 down, 3 down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Play action. It's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Jackson, and the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a dump off here complete. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
15 line, 15 line. You can't block me.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd and 9, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. This is away and a very good kick. Angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Greystone, travel. Check.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his target. That's Moore. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this one complete to Smith.
That's it, baby.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to fire one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for Moore. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 38, Jackson. He's got Smith here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll throw on first down to Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
I can remember a game here in Chicago a few years back. It was so blustery that Robbie Gould tried a field goal and just about kicked it out of bounds. Once that wind starts coming in off Lake Michigan, it can cause havoc in the kicking game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Dancing to his left. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and
10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, lock it. There.
Hey, watch it.
Go.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Give to Cook out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. Again, it's Cohen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll drop to throw.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
10 logo. 53. 6-6. Pull it high. 49. Check 49.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now a play fake here on first down. Gonna throw right side here, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They try again with Cohen. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Marr able to put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. Well, we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll have a first down past the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is Cook with a grab. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage. Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
You go tight. You got tight. Hey, Sam off. Right.
They run. This is Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. He hits more. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Vaughn. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Check 24. Check 24. Look at me. Door. Check 26. Check 26.
And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Thomas has got it. Complete. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now his shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Cohen. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball,